first one, we feint, he's not moving, snap single. Second one, we feint, he steps the leg back, square stance, finish our last double. And then the last one, a cross snap. And then we go into all our attacks from here. So that's our 3 chains. Alright, so 3, 2, 1. So Jordan's going left leg lead. The first thing I'm going to do is a feint, and then one of the feints are going to be basically just to see is Jordan moving his leg. It's really important that we get reads. So like if I just like shoot random takedowns, now there's a chance that Jordan obviously can bend them, but if I can understand what way he's reacting, it's going to be a little bit easier. So say for example, I just go to a level change and I'm getting ready to like grab his leg with my 2 hands. He's either going to like keep his leg there, and then on the second one we can get our snatch single, and we'll talk about how to bring the leg to you in a second. Or when I go for my snatch single feint, Jordan steps his leg back. Yes, you step your leg back, and this allows me to either go far leg, blast double, or if his head comes down low, we can go into front headlock attack. So that's kind of what we're going to work. So just for now, I'm just going to feint the snatch single. I see he's not moving his feet. Grab the leg, and what I'm going to do is, instead of doing like a traditional single leg where we put weight on the leg and then he gets his balance and everything else, we're just going to pull the leg towards us. So you want to think about like sliding that leg. So first one's a feint, second one is a pull, and then we can go into all our chains from here. So instead of doing our regular single leg entry here, what we're going to do is feint and then bring the leg towards, and then we can go into our chains. So that's going to be the first part. If I don't get the single leg, I'll get a read. So that's the way I want you looking at it. So go for snatch single, you just step back. I know that he's moving his leg. So on the second one, I'm going to like feint the snatch single. Jordan steps his leg back. He's standing relatively tall. I'm going to go from an orthodox stance to a southpaw stance, and then I go back to my orthodox stance, and then we go into our blast double. All right, so just do it a little bit faster. So if Jordan steps back, we go to our blast double. So depending on what range you're in, but if he's at like a further range, you're probably going to change your stance 3 times. So it's going to be like, say, orthodox, southpaw, orthodox, and we obviously blast through. He's a little bit closer, so we're in kind of this range here. I feint it, it could be 1, 2. The goal on the blast double is to put your training partner from a split stance into a square stance. So just square stance here, and then I pack my neck, so Ninja Turtle neck, our traps and shoulders protect our neck, and then we can obviously aim to get the head in the sternum, and my goal is basically to put Jordan's shoulders behind his hips here. That's all I'm looking to do. Square stance, shoulders behind the hips, and I take a false grip on the hamstring to keep his hips towards me, and that allows me to drive the shoulders over the hips. So just do it one more time. So we're feinting, getting a read, he steps back again, follow through on our last double. So the first one, to make this a little bit more realistic, we were like kind of zeroing in on like say the snatch single, but in real life what we want to do is we want to be like feinting high and low, you know, pulling on the head, trying to get like say grips and everything. So change your level like we did in the drill in the beginning, right? So let's say I get a read off the single leg, so I find that Jordan isn't taking it, we just drag towards us, we go snatch single, drag the leg towards us, and then we go into all our single leg finishes from there. So we're moving around, getting reads, same as the way we would if we were striking. Jordan takes a step back, he goes into a square stance. I change my stance to a southpaw stance. I continue to run through. So split stance with the left leg forward, pack my neck, forehead goes into Jordan's sternum, grab the hamstrings, and I put his shoulders behind his hips. All right, so what happened there was Jordan steps back into a square stance, and he's kind of like relatively like high. All right, so he's standing high, whereas another response we might get is I feint the single, and what he does is he steps his leg back and he brings his head down low here, and this allows us to go into front headlock attacks. Make sense? It's very easy to get front headlock attacks if you can get something. So if you stand square stance and his head is forward, it's very easy for me now to bring his weight from his heels to his toes. Whereas if Jordan stands tall in a square stance here, it's not impossible, but it's definitely harder. If he goes split stance here and I try to pull him forward, it's going to be harder for a front headlock or a snap down. So if he goes square stance with the head forward, is going to be easy to bring, or easier to bring his weight forward and his hands to the floor. So we'll just do the drill as we were doing it. So first one, we feint, he's not moving, snatch single. Second one, we feint, he steps the leg back, square stance. Next one, our flash double. And then the last one, exact same read, same setup, but Jordan brings his head forward in a square stance here, and I come with the lead hand, and then what we do is we do a cross snap. So that's left hand to right hand, and then we go into all our attacks from here. So that's our 3 chains. So.